was banned, but he's already hovered the Gangplank, he's hovered the Jace. Both really great answers, and it's going to be the Jace is the decision in the end. One thing I will...
Iwandi can do, and especially for Mikuya, who's been a little bit lackluster when it comes to engages, but...
Oh, flash in the mid lane. Tarzan making things happen. Flash from Icon, and he steals the flash from Zika. It's stylish and it's beautiful. Tarzan moves towards this bottom side of the map. Iwandi moves up to help him out, and also...
And see if we can use this Rift Herald to crack open one of these towers. They do clear out the wave, though. And now they have multiple members here in this mid lane to try and crack this one open.
Like a good flash from Bubu, though. Mikuya can't really make it happen. Does that flash available?
Look at Tarzan.
To try? That could be it. Jumps in, gets the Nara into the wall. Doesn't quite finish it, but one more auto will do the trick. Mikuya with the solo kill.
In the counter.
We'll trade this one. So we get some... we get Dragon Blood on the bot side. We get Herald reopens its back multiple times while it's just getting pulverized. It's not mythics across the board. BLG now slam a Herald in the mid lane. Maybe we finally get some action.
Yeah, I mean, there you go, curtain call. This has been pretty strong from BLG prior. They will get the charge, won't actually get the tower though. Iwandi!
Okay, tower goes down. Now they engage. Onto Tarzan they go. And oh, that's why you pick Rel, right? Knock up and take him down. But he's... I was going to say he snuck away. He's not even trying to sneak away. He's going to try and clear the wave. I don't think he's aware that he's totally alone on this one. Blocks a lot, though. And Iwandi slides in on the side of the play. Like one stack away from getting that ultimate available. He's playing it safe as the rest of the team comes in the side of the fight. And LNG find it. In comes the man from the sky. Tarzan arrives on the scene and chases BLG away through their own jungle, denying the blast cone from Mark, staying on top of the Horsey, who flashes over the wall, now aiming. Has to drop a trap to keep himself safe. Trouble bubble, though. That's going to be an easy kill for Icon. And LNG well and truly on top of the situation. 5,000 still on the Baron. Tarzan is here. Has Smite available. Meteor does as well, and he's one level up. In they go. Meganar knocks him through in the 3-man knock-up as well. BLG starting off, but taken down. And look at Light go with the double. He wants Meteor as well. One more tap would do the trick, but Meteor backs away. And suddenly... the shoe is on the other foot. It's LNG on the Baron.
I don't even know if they're on feet anymore. With the amount of times the shoe's been moved, I'm pretty sure it's on an arm. But either way, LNG managed to take that team fight off of a gorgeous Nara ultimate from Mikuya, knocking 3 people into the wall, setting up Light beautifully for the Infernal Trigger. And that is LNG with a 5k gold lead, with a composition that's hit every spike that it could.
Mispositioning when he's the one with the lead, not being able to transition that. But this game, he's looking fantastic. He's getting the poke out, he's getting good trouble bubbles. He's doing everything you need out of your Zoe carry. Aside from the 1v1 we saw in the top lane, we'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Hey, to be fair, I'm more impressed he got out of that one. That one was looking a bit dicey. This is looking dicey, though, for Bubu.
Bit of damage coming on through, but I don't quite...
Pantheon has this like split push tool as well, because Mikuya definitely wants to be grouped with the team. He does far better when he's able to kind of use his poke. So I love the way LNG are even playing the map state right now. And it's, although it started off very, very elsewhere, it still doesn't work. LNG now...
sacrifice an inhib for that.
Yeah, inhibitor tower will go down. You get the demolish.
Win conditions and find themselves a lead of their own.
And look, it's not this. It is. It's really, really good. And Iwandi.
And yeah, Zika dips over the wall, but Mark, unfortunately, is going to find himself alone, abandoned by the squad, and he may be made of armor, but it doesn't seem to matter that much at this point. Mikuya happy to tank the tower. His LNG will waltz this one home. I don't think there's really much of anything BLG can do to contest at this stage. If they want, LNG can go towards this Mountain Soul. They can certainly get the mid in. You can engage it into a gear, but sometimes it doesn't actually, you know, it doesn't properly engage. And that's exactly what it looks like when the car stalls out.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, Bubu is kind of...
knock-up, so we take those, I guess. That's basically all of the positives I can throw out for BLG at this point in the game. Here we go. Flash forward from Tarzan onto Zika. Now Mark goes into the backline. Good stunts across the team here. BLG don't have a lot of damage to work with. Tell you what Light does is he dashes into the middle of everyone, spinning around and taking names as he does it. Icon jumps on forward. Tarzan happy to block some shots. So's Iwandi. And another kill. Taken down Icon with his 6th of the game as the Nexus turrets will fall. And honestly, LNG have made this one look easy. BLG very much have to go back to the drawing board. This Tarzan, I thought he was actually going to go fully onto the fountain there. I thought he was just going to completely bully them. Just keeping them on the fountain. This is the quarantine zone right there. As they're not allowed to leave.
And, you could always look at something like the Galio if you really wanted to, just to try and alleviate some of that pressure that we talked about with the dives happening in the bot lane. Maybe Bubu is moving down. Icon has no mana. It actually looks like BLG will be able to pick up both scuttles. TP as well on bot side.
Yeah, Zika's going to use it on the bot lane because he knows that they've already got the Scuttle Crab looking for a play elsewhere. Instead, the minion wave protects Light, but not for long enough. Zika gets himself...
Zenith Blade, you have to very quickly burn the summoner spells on Light. And it means that when Zika arrives, it's a sitting duck.
Oh, Bubu's in trouble. Stunned up. Nice flash stun from Makuya. Tarzan should be able to chase this one down with his phase rush. And they're going to let Tarzan grab that kill. The
BLG are trying to set up because I kind of gone top. Zika got that push in mid. He gets the deep ward in at the back of the wolves, and now he's able to move again to get the dive onto this bot lane.
Look at Light though, clearing the wave, staying out of the gangplank ult. Had to use a bit of a heal coming through as Aiming just jumps under the tower. I wonder he'll be the next one, and a double kill on the Samira. Gets out from under the tower, gets healed, and keeps himself alive. Zika has a bonus heal if he needs it, and now asleep. Comes through. Tarzan couldn't stop the wave, and he'll be taken down. Meteor with one. BLG is snowballing out of control. Makuya wants to answer, though, on the other side of the map. Nars him back.
He's already been put pretty far behind. He needs some help, which is what we're going to see here as Aiming starts to approach the tower.
Oh, Aiming, you've gone too deep. He thought they'd recalled, but he thought wrong. We'll be finished off the Moonlight Vigil for a little bit of a style kill. Tower in the end. But I think the best way... I just want to go back to the stupid jokes instead. I think the best way to describe the double sleep, it's like when you're a kid in like reception. Hang on, Makuya's getting dived. Makuya's getting 1v1. Bubu. Man, where was this all through the last game? Tarzan now trying to answer his Bubu's stuck under the wrong tower. You don't get to hide under this one. We're like, what are you buying time for? You're running out.
Massive in this team fight. The only mythic that has been picked up so far in this game.
Yeah, and towards the bot side instead. Swirl Seed doesn't land either. So for now, LNG, they've had a kind of warhorse or something along those lines. And they're staying awake. Light has to use the cleanse onto the Solar Flare. Swirl Seed goes through as Iwandi has been abandoned by the rest of the squad. Has to flash over the wall, will survive for now. The Ignite ticket away, but actually, oh, damage onto Zika as he gets one onto Iwandi. Nicely done there, Zika. I was worried for him for a second, but he wasn't worried at all. Nicely done, and now onto the Drake they go. This will be 2 in a row now for BLG.
And I was worried for BLG coming into that fight. We had just seen Makuya shove in this top lane, got a nice trade onto Bubu as well. Could have potentially Tarzan answering on the cross map, making sure that he gets this Rift Herald. If they hadn't been able to get this, there's a potential here for BLG to get bot tower already done from LNG, but just a nice little cherry on top with Zika able to pick off Iwandi.
Thread in the needle there, very nicely done. Iwandi goes in on the top side though, Bubu pulled in. Well, goodness, LS fans rejoice. Somebody has finally gone for this. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's not actually built just yet, and he might not go for the Staff of Flowing Water, so we'll see. Bubu, once again, your time is up, my friend. This time, it's Light on the plate. Doesn't quite get the kill, unfortunately.
Run! They got the hit,
yeah,
they need to run!
They're committing to this tower. I don't know if they should have committed to this one. Iwandi has to be there. Solar Flare goes wide as Tarzan and Light do a lot of damage. And now a TP from Makuya as well. They can turn this around. They can split up the side of BLG. But can they? Because Samira will do Samira things. Get a good amount of damage, but stunned against the wall. Nar will do Nar things, apparently. In they go on the rest of the fight. Tarzan put to sleep like a toddler at nap time. And Meteor wants to finish everybody up. Their health bars are low. The dots are ticking. It's a double kill for Bambi as she chases down the dinosaur. Wants a little bit more on this one. Can she find them closer from the top laner of LNG? It will mean that the Drake goes the way. His Icon barely gets out with his life. He is lucky to be alive, and this will be
out of fight. And now this Baron is next on the cards for BLG.
Yep, that Infernal Soul makes everything that much more difficult. But it does mean that Elder Dragon will come into play at some point during the next few minutes here. Bubu in a 1v1 with Makuya. He's got Infernal Soul. He's happy to take this now. Makuya, you've bitten off way more than you can chew. BLG teleports into the play. He just wants to stack as a 5 here. They just want to guarantee that they can grab this Baron for themselves. LNG now trying to contest. Makuya will be up in 10 seconds with the teleport. Icon using the Zhonya's and a bit of a weird solar flare from Mark. Shockwave as Icon jumped into the team. And now Mark is the first one to go down. Icon's still surviving as Meteor forced out the backside of the fight. Aiming is low. Can they finish any of these kills, though? Because Zika is going huge. Bew with a double kill. And Makuya, he's teleported into a fight that's already been lost. And Bew is like, round 2, baby. I already beat you 1v1 once. I'll do it again. Makuya, last man standing as BLG. They get their reward, which is that Baron.
And BLG will be so happy with that. Finding these team fights is maybe round 2.
Makuya goes in. Maybe he can 1v1 Bew. Maybe I was wrong, or maybe not. Because Zika arrives on the scene to help him finish off the little dinosaur. 5k on the Baron. That's going to be taken now by BLG. And I think that's the last advantage that they needed. But that fight was closer than maybe it should have been. And you'd expect that to be Tarzan doing that since that's his voice line. But in they go. Counter barrage used just to grab themselves a bit of pressure and a bit of positioning. Bottom inhibitor will go down here as Zika looking for a bubble onto Makuya. Mid lane wave will be cleared. Light does have his 3 items now, so at least this Aphelios exists if they can find the opportunity. This could be it. Indigo, Moonlight Vigil down. Can they finish the kill? Zika, low on HP. It's going to be 4 versus 4 at this point. It's Makuya trying to keep the other top laner alive, but aiming, dashes in to finish off Icon. Light still going. No, he isn't. He's taken out of the play. He was one shot by a Bew there. I think we were looking at the wrong carries this whole time because Gangplank is here and he's the captain of the game.
Yeah, it hadn't been looking so hot for Bew for a while, but suddenly, 7 kills, 3 items. GP would do all right in these fights, and BLG would take us towards game number 3.
Wow. Whoa, Zika. Chill out, man. He's got a family. Brutal. Well, that was a dominant win from BLG. And
Your Lilia here as well. You got the Renekton Gore Drinker. Like, BLG's mid game is incredibly strong, and if they want to continue to play around these
posturing quite aggressively, they want the Scuttle Crab right here as Icon and Zika in a 1v1 in the meantime. We're going to have a 4v4 on our hands, which is a change of pace from game number 1. Scuttle Crab going to be walking into LNG right now as the shield will be popped. Smite available for Tarzan. No Smite for Meteor. So this should be LNG's Scuttle Crab, but here we go. Engage. Flayed back and Mark not tanky enough just yet. Flashes out of the fray, but it's a kill going the way of Light. This is a huge start for LNG. Crescendum going forwards as well as they manage to get the fly back onto Meteor. This will be 2 kills. 1 for Tarzan, 1 for Light, and a phenomenal start. There shouldn't be any threat of a dive. Although, and they're winning their lanes. They're winning the early game. This is not what you want to see if you're BLG right now. And Herald could go down towards the top side. Nice hook from Iwandi. Everything else can follow through here. As what is the damage out of Moonlight Vigil? I did not expect...
The opposite side play, though.
It's not really worked out for them. Tower has already gone down on the top side. They're going to be looking towards a tier 2. As Makuya is just dealing with everyone, keeping them at arm's length.
Look at Iwandi!
Iwandi here. Iwandi's here. The lantern comes through as the sleep lands and they zip away from the play. Now tier 2 going down on the top side and LNG. This one. And worst case... Oh, one thing they do have though, actually. TP for Bew. No TP available for Makuya.
Yeah, I think they're just going to go for the dive here against Makuya, but again, he's clearing out this wave pretty well. Still has flash available.
Yeah, he's all right for now. Ult comes on through, gets the knock up onto Bew, who's tagging the tower. Makuya manages to go 1 for 1. Everything is going wrong for BLG. Every move they make is answered. Makuya, the king of the weak side.
And I love this because now you can see LNG. They're just chasing down BLG's bot lane.
Oh, look at that from Icon, the Shuriba shuffle, and in goes Tarzan, flailing his hammers around. He wants some kills, he wants some blood for himself. Now the Ocean Drake.
Get your face slammed into an Azir wall. Thresh flays. CC coming through from Makuya.
As, I think Tarzan, yeah, that was weird. I couldn't see the buff because he was near the wall. It was kind of like, I could see his feet, but I couldn't see a buff. Anyway, aiming. He's going to have a ram charging at him here. Can't quite finish the tower, but they are just going to commit onto the fight, knock up the Croc into the air, pull him back in, and tear him to shreds. Beautifully done. Gold Drinker ain't going to save you now, my friend. Oh, well, LNG. Why not? He wants it. He really, really wants it. He was still on a ward, though, so BLG and LNG would love to take this. It's just a front-to-back fight. They'd love to just deny the flank from Zeke. It's not happening. Solar Flare comes on in. Iwandi goes sideways on the hook. BuBu forced away. Double flank coming in from BLG. Maybe this is their fight. Drake still procced as BuBu goes into the fray. Here we go. Everybody going in as Icon drops the wall, though, and keeps everyone out of this one. Aiming wants to get in on the side, but he doesn't have any damage. Doesn't have any way in. Meteor chased away. Aiming just going to get 1v1'd by Icon. Zika chased out of the fight. And it felt like things could have worked for BLG, but they're just too far behind.
And it was a great play from LNG as well. They pick their flank angle to fight on. They all run up towards BuBu, which means that from Icon's perspective, he's only got one way that he needs to ult, and it's down. It hasn't even gone for the Nashor's Tooth because he knows that they've got enough damage, and the Hex Drinker as well for Light. Gonna need it now, though.
Here we go. The flank on towards Light as they try to start this fight for themselves. Light's just going to dish out as much as he can before he even goes down. And in fact, he's not even going to go down. He's just going to be able to chill throughout everything. BLG, like, waves against a brick wall. Just absolute. Well, LNG, as if they needed another advantage, grabbed themselves. In this series, he did have a good game too, but realistically, the bot lane has been going the way of LNG. The minion wave's not quite synchronized, but I think they'll be able to do some work anyway with these casters hitting away. Nobody can actually clear this wave, so the tower's just going to go down. LNG can look for an inhib as Makuya. Wasn't sure if he'd overextended a little there, but it's going to be at very least one. Just watch for 20 minutes while they power stomp the other team into the floor. 12-1 on the scoreboard. This will be a second inhib. Honestly, LNG, they can go back, grab that Infernal Soul. I wouldn't be too surprised if they just try and close this one out. They're so far ahead. Here we go. Solar Flare into the play. Mark is just eradicated. There's the knock up onto everyone, knock up onto everyone, knock up onto everyone. What can you even do as BLG? There's so much CC. There's so much damage. Light doesn't even care about the multi-kills. He doesn't care about padded stats. He cares about ending the game. He's onto the Nexus Towers. The minions have gone down. Aiming getting chased under by Tarzan. And there goes Light to finish off the kill as well. Makuya, busy blacksmithing, by the way. He's just, you know, practicing his hobbies in the middle of the team fight. This is just a masterclass here from LNG. And BLG, there's nothing they could say about it. A 2-1 win for the side of LNG.
God, and look at Tarzan. Like, he's not even concerned. He's just like,